Hey guys, how's it going? Master Bucks here. Welcome back to another episode of the Wrexham career mode in FIFA 22. We have got a week and a half left in January, people. We need to try to hopefully get a decent signing in for more likely than not the centre midfield position. And of course, we will have to worry about these games coming up too, like Arsenal in the FA Cup. If we can get past them, maybe get a decent ride for our next game, who knows? We could start really paying attention to the FA Cup. But the big thing that we need to deal with in this episode is, of course, the absence of Mikel Toussaint. We need to sort out a replacement for him. We do get him back like middle of March maybe, but I would really like to sign a high quality centre midfielder, someone that's at least low 80s, maybe high 70s. 30 million in the budget. I'm going to list a few players. I'm going to transfer list a few players, see if we can clear the books and maybe bring in a bit more cash. And who knows, maybe we might be able to sign someone for even more than 30, maybe 40 or 50. That is pretty well what we're going to need if we're going to afford anyone like Gonzalo Villar here. Just for example, 27, he's probably not my biggest target, but even a guy that's like a little older and 83 is going to cost us at least 50 million. However, recently, ladies and gentlemen, something I didn't spot in the last episode, I have Declan Rice in my shortlist here, but have a look at his value. He is listed, or apparently I could get him from between 88 to 91 million, which is mad considering his value is 88.5. That's normally an indication that he's in the last year of his contract, but if he was in the last year of his contract, I should just be able to go for him on a pre-contract, but I can't. I'm super confused, but I've just come across a possible bargain right here, but I still have nowhere near enough cash to pull it off. Right now, Manu Morlanes, another CDM slash centre midfielder, another 27-year-old, and another guy that I think is nice and well-rounded with his stats, is just probably the guy we're going to have to settle for. But if I can find a way to get Declan Rice signed up in this team, that would be mammoth. That would be huge. If I sorted by financials and looked at who I could sell on to actually bring in this cash, there's not many players, to be honest with you. There are Madison we just brought in. Yeah, he's 29, but I don't want to let him go just yet. Toussaint's the guy that we're replacing, but I still want to hold on to him. Baumann is too young and he's going to grow in overall. We know that. Mingaitha is the captain. Willem Jubels has been pretty damn solid for us for a long, long time. But if we sold this man, that would bring us up to about 60, 70 million, and we'd be getting a hell of a lot closer. So I'm probably going to transfer list him, and that's a brave call. I really hope I can get a decent amount for him, but if I can sell Jubels to get in Rice, it's something I might consider. I do have other players here, though, like Nico Williams, who's looking like he's really not going to get much game time, but I can't transfer list him, probably because I only just signed him. Charlie Masonda, probably not going to play much from here on out. I could transfer list him. I've got Semenyo, I think I'm already trying to sell as well. Wagner, he's 30 now. I could transfer list him, but I'm trying to raise the revenue here, people. I'm just going to advance on ahead here. We might sim this game against Southampton. I might almost play the FA Cup game against Arsenal because I would love to start, get some sort of a cup run going. We're only going to get a draw, though, however, against Southampton. Armstrong scored, but nearly made it 2-0 as he missed a penalty, which we were then thankfully able to grab an equaliser after. But my sim results as of late have not been good, like at all. It's a bit underwhelming. I'm going to advance forward to this Arsenal game, though, and we will play it. And Semenyo, who we did actually try to sell in the last episode of Porto, has gone for 9 million. That brings the budget to about 40 million or so. We are getting closer to what would be a miracle signing here for Declan Rice. And with not a lot of time until deadline day, I've got to make it now. But anyway, let's take on Arsenal. I think depending on my starting 11, they're a little bit tired. I'll make some rotations, but I'll still keep it somewhat strong. We're going to run with Philip Jorgensen, the goalkeeper that we picked up from the free agents. We've got still Pembele and Mingaitha, but Hermoso is in, Oosterwolde is in, Masonda, Toussaint I'm going to have to chuck out, and we will play Nati instead for. And Williams will be on the right side with Balogun, another Arsenal player that we picked up on a pre-contract returning against his old team. Quite a handful of players that don't feature much getting a run today. Meanwhile, Arsenal's team, to be honest with you, looks strong. I mean, some players that are maybe a little weaker and some younger players, but aside from that, I'm still seeing some big names. Grimaldo, Klosterman, Thuram on the left, Marlon, Odegaard, Paqueta. Oh, sheesh. Let's see what comes of this FA Cup contest. I would love, again, like I've been saying now for ages, to make it a bit further. Again, fun fact, we are yet to make a Wembley appearance aside from when we were in the playoffs in League, I think it was 1. So we honestly have got to make another Wembley Cup appearance that's not a playoff final. I want to be there for the semis of the FA Cup or for the final itself. It's time we go on a cup run, and we need to hopefully do it here against Arsenal. If we don't, that's the end of it. All this talk of a cup run will end today if we're not on it. I swear, it is going to be tough, but I'm hoping we're up for it. And I've just noticed something too. My starting 11 is basically unchanged from what I made, like from the changes I made before going into it. Look at this. You've got Jubel still in there, Emre Moore still in there, Baumann. All the changes I made have been undone. No idea what's going on there, but all right, sweet. All those changes and all those other players I wanted to give a run to, FIFA basically said, fuck you. I can't believe that. I'm just going to have to keep quite an eye on substitutions now. Look at that footwork. And the save, thankfully, from Majecki. I would love to have seen if Jorgensen was up to it, but no. That's not going to be very good for morale now, is it? That's very frustrating. Jubel's good header out. Brilliant timing on the ball here. And Baumann, and Bauman's got his, oh, that's big. That is huge because it's his first ever goal. Finally, for Wrexham AFC. Good turn from bloody Mullen. He just waited for the right time to play the ball in, and Baumann has scored. He wasn't even going to start today. Thank God, in a way, that the game has actually switched it back to my regular starting 11. Because look at this. Finally, the German superstar centre-forward turn winger has got his first ever goal for Wrexham AFC. That was big. Oh, it's about time, mate. Seriously. We may not know who you are. For whatever reason, your name and number might not be on the back of your shirt, and that shits me off. But goddamn, that finish doesn't. Oh, I thought I was going to block that. No chance, though. Here, what is that marking? Great save, Majecki. And Pembele somehow able to get it back off him, even though the ball was running away from him. And now, a ball up there. Emre Moore, another one here. Go to the left side. This is looking very nice indeed. Baumann's going to have space and pace. And the cutback. Oh, it's been put behind Paul Mullen. Oh, I had to do that. I had to do that. That's tactical. It is very tactical. Mingaitha. Oh, slippery. Making a lovely tackle. And now Jubels. Might try a ball up over the top. That is such a brilliant pass. But unfortunately, he was surrounded and there was no way he was bringing that down. Oh, this is some football. If he's offside there, that is so fucking annoying. Jubels, we've transfer listed you, and I hope that maybe we could possibly get, like, there's no excuse. You are so open, you have fucked up 2-0. Oh, I like Jubels a lot, but, like, shit like that will make me feel a hell of a lot less if we have to sacrifice a great player to get a real extraordinary player. In the 3rd minute here, we have got to please get rid. Head that. Thank you, Tavares. He's dealt with it. All right, that should be the end of it. Thank you very much, ref. Sometimes, you know, they don't call it, but he's done it that time. All right, halftime, 1-0. We got our goal. Not been a super amount else after the fact. At least not in terms of goal scoring. Still haven't made any substitutions, and that means a lot of players I've got running around are at like half stamina. I will make changes in like 10, 15 minutes. Would have, again, been a little bit more. That's a ball. Clearance. Madison, what a save by Cragno. Thought that was going to be a real good chance. Jubels. Oh, an absolute acres. Has to. Up. It's in. It's about got in. Jubels gets it. Massive mega goal here from that man. He was pissing me off earlier in the game, but he gets a big goal. Absolutely open in space. It was a little deflection on the header. Like, let's see this, okay? Boom. Up in the air. He's in space. He gets a looping header on it. The keeper is, oh, he's been able to palm it onto the post, and then it comes back off the post, and then he face palms. Then, oh my God, he face palms the bloody post himself. My poor man's nearly passed away with that. And he was given the own goal too. I did notice that as well. That is brutal for him. Ooh, this is where it gets a bit interesting. That's very interesting. Oh dear. Fucking cunt. You fucking Majecki. You weren't even supposed to play. There was a simple pass. He just didn't do it. I think he took an extra touch. God, this looks so fucking bad. But like after this turn, I just wanted to pass right there. He just has no control. Put it in some space for Oosterwolde. Like honestly, it was right there. And I honestly can't believe he hasn't passed that. I'm not expecting Leo Messi level of ball control from my keepers, but I'm expecting a million times better than that. What the fuck? All right, I'm making changes after that. Masonda Jr.'s coming in. Jubel's coming off. Balogun's there. More Tavares. I could bring one of you off. I'll make a change later. God, that is so fucking dumb. Now, like, we've just given up our lead or our breathing space just so stupidly. Look at the space here. The cutback. And Mullen. Oh, really good effort, but off target. See, this is lovely play. Good cutback. The gap's there. He's going to hit it. And that would have been a screamer had it gone in. But just off. Lucas Paqueta, Pembele. Oh, play it back now. Let's not end up in the same shitty scenario we ended up in before. Let's push this thing forward. Ball up over the top. Deflection there is not ideal, but it'll keep us running here. Another one up the middle. Please be onside. Oh, the back heel of dreams. What an assist. Paul Mullen has surely now sent us to the next round. It is Masunda's goal, but what an assist. What vision, what counter-attacking play. Look at this. Touch, back heel, and then just the tap in it. He got eyes in the back of his head here, Paul Mullen. He can score, but he sure can, God, he can play make. He can do it all. He is just the package, the complete package. I'm going to call him that from now on. Paul Mullen, the package. Oh my God, and this half has flown by. They might grab a goal back here. They might. Paqueta, block from Pembele. It's stoppage time. There is no way they are going to get another goal. I mean, they could get one, but they will not get a win. We have been able to do this against a fairly strong Arsenal side. I'd say it was about 1.5% or how do I put it? It was like half the team was first. The other half of it was probably the second string, but we played in the end a tired first string side, had to make some substitutions. We got the job done. We've bested Arsenal for a second time, this time on our own turf against a slightly weaker team, but we were down, we were tired, but we managed to make it stick. We made a dumb mistake, a stupid, terrible mistake. The keeper specifically, just not passing the goddamn ball, having no control of it, but it's all good. It's all fine. We have bested Arsenal again, 3-1. And we got Baumann his first ever goal for the club as well, which is brilliant. Now, a $3.75 million offer for Manu. Again, we're not going to get much more than that for him, and I don't know if he's going to be playing much. Love this guy for us on the come up. We got him very early in the series, but 73, I don't think he's going to get much further beyond 75. And yes, I know I do like him a lot, but I don't know how much of a future he has. This is barely going to put a dent in terms of, actually getting us, toward Declan Rice, but I suppose every little part helps. And again, not a player that's going to play much. We have others. I'm just going to accept it. I hate this part of the job. I really do, but you're nearly 30, son. We can get players that are like low 70s, that are 18, 19. Hell, look at like Baumann, for crying out loud. We got him as a free agent. We can definitely find better players at this stage of the career. I always hate that part of the job, but oh well. We've also got Oosterwolde, who's still a starting 11 player. I don't want to be losing any starting 11 players that I feel like I can't find a replacement for. So this man I really do value and I do want to keep. Let's keep pushing forward though. There's one more game left, of course, in this transfer window. It's against Norwich. Manu's been sold. Only 2.8. It's absolute pennies, man. Wagner, we get an offer for him. Another guy that really hasn't played much, but also a guy that I could play on both the left and right midfield. So I've got to be careful about how many players, like backup players, I let go. But again, if I could sell Wagner for like maybe 10 mil, I might make it happen. So let's see if I can. I'm going to propose $10 million straight off of the bat. Not really a cent more than that. I'm hoping it should be enough. God, they come back at us and say the exact same, but they add a 1% selling clause. That is an absolute, I am insulted. Can you at least make it 9.5? And, bugger it, keep your sell-on clause, your 1% sell-on clause. That's absolutely disgusting, but can you do that? Yes, they can. All right, that's another 10 million or so added in. This is progress at least. That is potentially a 28-year-old and a 30-year-old off our books that are currently just chilling in the reserves. Like, I think this is perfectly fine business activity. Will Ryan is definitely a player I could sell for a decent amount of cash, and that would almost get me there to Declan Rice, but I'm still not sure. However, I have started to get information on some other players I've been scouting, like, for example, like Stanley John, 74 is not going to cut it, but maybe Pablo Gavi. How much could I get for him? 28 to 30 million. Okay, I tell you what, Pablo Gavi is looking like he could definitely be a player I could bring in right now. I mean, I've got the cash for him right now. It depends, how much do I want Declan Rice? He's still eligible to be purchased for like that 88 million mark. It just purely depends on just how much revenue we raise. We might fall short, but it's still an option for us. Got to remember too that this West Ham team is not like the West Ham team that you are currently witnessing in real life. They are a little bit of a sinking ship. They are 15th at the moment. We're higher than they are. I'm pretty confident that if, I don't know, they've been like that for a while, then Declan Rice could be opting for a move. A guy that highly rated, you'd think would go somewhere else. But if we throw the cash at him, you never know. Only problem is we have 1 day and 10 hours left in order to actually bring in the cash, which I don't think we're going to do. We got 50 million, but that's 30 odd plus million less than we still need to bring in. Wagner has been sold as well, so he is now gone too, alongside Braden Manu. We also have this game against Norwich. We're the home side. They're 17th. I'm in a sim. I'm probably not going to get a win because this game hates me at the moment. Oh, yes. Come on. Finally, a win in a sim in a home game against a team that's toward the bottom of the table. It's about damn time. Madison scored, and Mullen, of course, he got the other one. I wonder how many he's up to now in the Prem. It's 14 goals for him in the Premier League. He's still, I think, 2 or 3 behind the leading goal scorer in the Premier League, though. But it's still 24 games, 14 goals. The guy, it's just insane. But deadline day is here. We're going to start advancing forward. If I don't really get, I'm going to say, like, the 4-hour mark. If we haven't raised the cash for Declan Rice within that time, I'm probably going to fold and buy Gavi instead. Offer for Masonda Jr., 16.5. Again, that would take us, like less than a third of the way, mate. Or about a third of the way. I'll just hold on to that. I'd have to sell Will Ryan. Let's say we get him for 25. Let's say Masonda Jr. for basically 17.5. All right, well, that pretty well takes us to about 40 million, but I'm losing 2 players. I mean, maybe Masonda, but not really Will Ryan. I'm not in a rush to sell him. I don't want to. Let me just keep advancing forward. I mean, that offer should be on the table for a while at the very least. Jubels, the offer has come in. Oh boy. Okay, this is the big moment here. Willem Jubels is 24 years of age and 80 rated. I could play Balogun instead of Jubels and make this sale happen for Declan Rice, but this is where I'm starting to get hit with the reality of the situation. Do I really want to lose this guy who's been pretty, you know, he had a slow start to life at Wrexham, but he's really started to pick it up, been doing okay for me. Depends. I'm going to delegate this one. Honestly, I'm not even going to negotiate. I'm just going to delegate. I would love to get no less than 50 mil for him. And if I can, maybe I do it, but bro, I'm not sure. Starting the offer at 60, asking for no less than 50. I'm going to advance on forward. This is really going to be what effectively decides if I do end up going for Declan Rice. To be honest too, I'm thinking of this as well. If we do sign Declan Rice, an 87 rated center mid, he's going to be taking a position away from either Madison or Cousins when Cousins does come back. So that's also another dilemma of mine, which I'm just starting to realize now as well. Look, I'm just going to keep advancing. I'm going to keep advancing until we get at least a figure back. We have an approach made for Aaron Hayden, interest in another player that I was looking at signing, but Jubels or whatever the hell's going on with Hoffenheim, they have not got back to me, and it's the 4-hour mark now. If they don't get back to me, at least, you know, I'm going to advance 1 more hour. If they haven't got back to me, that's it. And yeah, no, still nothing. Aaron Hayden's now going to be leaving the club, but that's fine. We didn't want to give him a new contract anyway. You know what? I think I'm going to back out of this. As big a signing as Declan Rice could have possibly been for us, I think I might have to just hold off for this occasion. I think, unfortunately, I reckon just logistically, the cash that we're going to have to bring in, obviously, by selling Jubels, I'm not comfortable with, man. I know that I'd be essentially selling an 80 rated player for about 50 mil and bringing in an 87 rated player for just under 90 mil. It's amazing value-wise, but I just think, like, in this team, maybe it's not the best fit right now. So in the 11th hour, or more specifically the 6th or 4th hour, depending on how you look at it, I am going to be backing out, changing my mind, and going for Pablo Gavi from Barcelona. We're going to pick this man up, 77 rated. He's going to, for the time being, fill in for Cousins. Maybe Nati could also, they could have a bit of a rotation, but we're getting this man in, welcome into the team. I mean, we have to sign him first. I get the feeling if he is, you know, on the table for 28 to 30 mil, I could make an offer like, I don't know, 26 and get away with it. But let me just pay the 28 mil that he's actually worth and we can call it a day. So they asked for $300,000 more, for crying out loud. Sure, fine. For once, I will be the bigger man and just let you have the final say on the transfer fee. But it means that Pablo Gavi is on his way, baby. Let's get this boy signed up to bloody Wrexham. Let's go. Come on, from all the way from Barcelona to the north of Wales. How much, if I offer 90K, that's going to completely eradicate my wage budget, but I genuinely feel like I could give him 80K and he'd still lap it up. This is a bit of a risk. I'm going to take it. They're going to say yes. Yeah, I bet I could have even given him like 50 or 60 and he would have taken it, but playing it safe, we give him a decent role, we give him the cash that that role deserves, and Pablo Gavi is now joining Wrexham AFC. So, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. We will get him, I think, a little bit of game time from time to time. Nati and Gavi. Let's compare the two of them, actually. It looks like pace-wise, Nati is better. Shooting, passing, and dribbling. So, obviously, a more technical player than Nati, that is Gavi. And Nati's obviously the bigger, more physically imposing player. So, it really just depends. If we have Madison in the team, who is already the playmaker, only 5'9", Nati's probably still the best fit in there, but at least we do have Gavi as another option. I don't mind that. But that is pretty well deadline day done, ladies and gentlemen. We're advancing forward now after a 2-week break to the Tottenham game. There's still a big question I don't know the answer to, and that's who do we have in the next round of the FA Cup? It's going to be Wolverhampton Wanderers. Okay, after making it all the way now to the round of 16, could we get past Wolves and make it to the quarterfinals? Holy crap, it doesn't actually feel like after winning this game, have gone that far already, but we're 2 games away, 2 wins specifically, from going to Wembley. That is very exciting. All right, baby, let's roll with the strongest starting 11 again that we have here. They are fully fit, fully rested, ready to go. I can't wait. Tottenham Hotspur, no Harry Kane. It looks like he actually transferred out in this transfer window, I think to Man City, I don't know. But they've got Heung-min Son still. They've signed Thiago, a few other players decent, Visca, Lyons up top at striker. I'm not even particularly sure who exactly that would be. If that's a real world player, a regen at this point in career mode, it can get a bit tricky to tell from time to time, but it's an interesting Spurs side. I don't know if they're dope or if they're just absolutely full of dopes, but they're 12th in the Premier League right now. Hell, we're higher rated or higher placed in the table. We're looking to stay above Spurs by winning this game if we can. We could also very well be giving a debut to Pablo Gavi off the bench today as well. We'll see. Depends how the game goes, I suppose. But the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in all of its glory here, we are going to hopefully take down Spurs after they beat us in our yard. I do remember at the beginning of the season, Tottenham were one of the first big clubs that we faced. They did take us down, so we want some revenge here today. And in all honesty, if they're a side that are not as strong as they used to be in career mode, I would very much like to try to take advantage of this. Etienne Green is a nice young goalkeeper in real life that I'm keeping my eye on. Plays currently in Ligue 1. But yeah, that front three, Albert Lyons, I'm really not sure if that's a real player. I think that's a regen, I think there's a few in there. Means there are some definite question marks in their side, but let's just assume everyone's great in this team and hopefully not underestimate anybody. Oh, please! Saved by me, X-key, it's bounced into space, none of my players react, they get a tap in. So frustrating, the cutback, he's in a really tough angle, and it looks like it's just somehow deflected backward toward one of theirs in space. I mean, for Christ's sakes, that's the thing I'm talking about, man. I cannot react quick enough with Pembele. I need my players off the ball that I'm not controlling to be just more lively. And they're not, and they get the cheapest opening goal I've ever fucking seen. Are you kidding me? Spurs are going to take 6 points off us. Not with this bullshit. Bauman, though, we've dropped the man that's gone in for us, and now let's try to take him on. Maybe a bit too much. They're playing an offside trap here. That is, if I could have found a way to have worked that to my advantage, but I couldn't, sadly. Mullen, slide tackle there. Going to be a little clip. Oh, Emre Moore was just going to be met with a body right as he went to shoot. There was no way that was going to get through. Bauman with a curling effort off of the post. Oh my God, that was actually close. I think it's free. No, it's not. It's going to be clean. All right, then we can take this. We can take this and hopefully we can keep pushing. Mullen, touch, control, switch, shoot it immediately this time if you can. Too close. Etienne Green with the save. Corner. There's the intercept. It's big. Madison, lovely ball. Jubels, he's going to hit this first time. Of course it'll get blocked. Oh, and the follow-up effort is wide as well. Of course that shot would have been blocked. How did it? Just about kept that in, Bauman. Not bad. Mullen, fullbacks. Oh, they're still going here, Mullen. Mullen's gone a long way. Deflected and off for a corner. We are just racking up shots against this team now. Seriously, but we just can't find the breakthrough at the moment. Nati, not really much on the pass to. Madison, that was a dumb effort. Oh, fucking hell, boys. Oh, you can see the pressure. You can see the press. They put it on immediately, but it'll expose them if we play it right. Into some space. Another one. Jubels fucking still gets blocked. Guys, fucking hell. Oh, no. They better not. Shot. What a grab, All right, now, come on. Before they get numbers back, I want to push this thing hard real quickly. Bauman up over the top here for Mullen. No good. I'm going to have to switch the play here. Come on, keep pushing forward. Boys, give me options. Give me options. 1 minute of stoppage time. I've gone too far back. I fucking knew it with that pass. Oh, we have been relentless in our attacking, but every shot we take seems to get fucking blocked, deflected, just off target. It's ridiculous now, man, and we really should have had an equalizer by now. Surely if we apply the same pressure in this second half, we've got to get one little breakthrough. Oh, he's tried to skip on past there. No good. And now, Oscar Mingaitha, Nati. How many do they have up here? They've got not a super amount. Ball in the middle. Hello. Chance Madison. He's got to get moving quickly, though. I might just have to have a pop from downtown. Even that one from fucking a mile out will still get blocked. What the fuck? What a block from Oosterwolde, though. Oh, my God. That is such a clutch tackle. And now through the middle, we're going to try to be aggressive. Again, we have only been aggressive all game today. Mullen, Bauman, still one back. I'm not going to be able to get past him, I don't think. Back in for Mullen. What a play into some space. Shot here. It's fucking... Oh, get the fuck out the way, you Spursy cunts. Fuck me, bro. Oh, guys. Come on. I still need some space. Emre Moore on that left peg. Curler. Wide. Oh, you knew if it was on target, it probably would have still... That fucking defender got his foot up. Clearly a change is needed. I mean, every attempt I take is off target or blocked, and it's doing my head in. We're also going to see the introduction of Gavi into the game now, ladies and gentlemen. Will he hopefully... That's not him, obviously. But will he hopefully have a positive impact after Madison is getting subbed off here? Pembele, Alvarez, he's been able to keep that in play. Gakpo, just get in the way. God, it's a shot and it's saved. I swear, they have blocked every one of my attempts. We better block every one of theirs from here on out. Finally, a tackle. Oh, look at that. It was Gavi. Mullen. Here we go. Another one. Look at the left side. How have they left this? Bauman, you need to get going though, mate. Seriously. Ball. Near post. Of course. Of fucking course. Every shot. Oh, that just about got through. Oh, Bauman, I was thinking of getting it to you. No good there. Come on. Pembele. Cross in. Not a bad delivery here. The header. Oh, my fucking God. This is just defensive ridiculousness right now. Gavi holding it up. Nati. Layoff here. Shot. I could have passed it one more time. It still should have at least got through. Oh, they're going to counterattack here. Oh, that's got through. Oh, it's straight at Miecki. That's a let-off. A major let-off. I'm trying to risk it. That's going to get, oh, of course, picked off again. Through the middle of it. Oh, dear. It's over now. Yep, that's it. Oh, my fucking God. What an infuriating game. I've tried to play aggressive in the final moments, just trying to get it forward as quick as possible. And no, every shot I take just would not. I got fucking denied time and time again. Even if I get a goal now, it's not going to fucking matter. Like, Jesus. Let me see if I can actually just settle, shoot. Off target as well. Oh, just typical. Just so many shots. But fucking Tottenham Hotspur have more blocks than fucking Bates in the fat bowl cunt. I can't believe that. I'm pulling out the stats because that's just fucked, man. And there are eight of them. It felt like fucking way more than eight. Way more than eight. Are you kidding me with that? Spurs will now jump us in the table. We now fall a little further out here. February, this game against Man City is a big one. I might also play it, but what do we have coming up here? Of course, the game against Wolves, and then West Brom, Liverpool, Leeds. I mean, all right, 2 out of 3 games there we'd hope to get maximum points from. Again, we're going to need to. We are 8 points away currently from Everton, who have actually played an extra game than us. Spurs have also played an extra game than us, so maybe there's a chance we can still get a little further up the table, but 7th is the minimum we need to get some European football next year if we are to pull that off, because I reckon when you're that close with about 12 games to go, that it's still a possibility. However, 7th place, I don't know, we're 8 points away from. If we look at the relegation zone, we are, you know, just only a point closer to Europe than we are to relegation. It's still very close. But I think right now I don't know, we're not guaranteed safety, but we're in a reasonably comfortable position at the moment with an extra game in hand. God, when the hell do we get Coussons back? All right, 3 weeks, finally. I'm looking forward to getting him back as soon as possible. Hopefully he'll come back maybe just after that game against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the FA Cup. But yeah, it's really been a complete mix of a season, that's for sure. We sit in 12th place, which again is not just realistic, but it's also kind of like, I don't know, it's so close to being something special. But I think at the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if this is about where we finish, you know. God, I would love to play some sort of European football next season, but there are just so many great teams above us, and the league is just still so stupidly close together, even at this stage. It's just, I'm not sure what the hell is going to happen. We just need to get the most points possible. No guarantees, but we'll probably leave things there. Again, the main man, Paul Mullen, had a decent performance. Jubel's there. Madison with 6 and 6. And God, I really can't wait to get this guy back for sure. We looked like we were going to have a fire sale and sell players like Masonda and maybe a few others like Balogun, I thought possibly, or Jubel's, of course, himself was maybe going to go. But in the end, we kept it sensible. We signed Gavi, and we've still got that iconic starting 11 that we've really came into this season with. I can't imagine we have too many episodes left in this first Premier League season too, by the way, guys. The next episode could be the penultimate episode, I would say. Depends how we do in the FA Cup, I guess. But leaving things here, you guys are the best. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you next time, and bye-bye.